What is up, homies? Welcome back to another movie reaction from Heroes Reforged. We are watching John Carpenter's The Thing, one of my favorite horror science fiction movies of all time. This is also the third version of this story. There's a novella from 1938. There was the Howard Hawks, The Thing from Another World from 1952, I think. And that was John Carpenter's one of his favorite movies. And then he directed this one.
You have to tell the audience what our status is on this movie.
What do you mean? Oh,
what do you mean?
Right.
Status.
Who's seen it?
Who's seen it? Status.
I've clearly seen it multiple times.
Seen it.
Augustine.
I have.
Yeah.
I've seen it at least once, and I've seen pieces of it so many different times. But I have like I only seen it for the first time like a few years ago. I think maybe during the pandemic lockdown. Amazing.
Yeah.
But Augustine, I don't think
What are
has
your
ever
thoughts
seen
on The Thing?
Hey, listen, call this a first-time reaction, baby, because I'm seeing it for the first time ever.
That's crazy,
oh, man.
Is this movie? Okay, so hear me out. Whenever we would go to Blockbuster, it was always on the shelves. It was always a staple on the shelves. But I was always a little bit too scared to go into the horror section to like really kind of check out the scary movies that were in there. So I would just kind of like run by and then run to like the animated section or run to some like the comedy section or whatever.
And this was when you were 32 years old, right? This was like not that long ago.
This was after the pandemic in 2024.
Stop. I believe this movie can be compared to Akira in its like genre and its like impact. Okay, does that make sense? All right, we'll see.
It does make sense. And why the fuck are we still talking then? Let's watch it.
Really quick, also, it is worth giving a shout out to Drew Struzan, who is one of the greatest artists in cinema history, who created the poster for The Thing. And I think he did it within like 3 days or something, like an incredible turnaround.
Wow.
And it is one of the most iconic posters in cinematic history.
Rest in peace, baby boy. Rest in peace, Drew Struzan.
One of my favorites.
One of the greatest of all time.
I think the greatest. I think the greatest movie poster artist ever. When we just lost him, I was like, God, man, I really think about his work all the time, and I don't even clock that he is just an artistic influence, just as an artist, like you know, up there with like.
I mean,
Alex
he changed movie posters forever. Like
his painting,
the compositions and the faces and all that stuff. What he did with Star Wars, that still is influencing posters now. But he did it the best.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
God, man.
he really did.
Amazing.
He really did.
And this poster, also the poster doesn't tell you anything about the movie, which is what I love. Okay, Augustine, let's do it.
Which I love.
That's another thing too. I was like, I don't want to watch some movie about some submarine guy. So I don't even know what this movie's about. I literally have zero idea what this. I have a zero idea of what this movie's about, you guys. So let's go.
And if you want to watch it uncut, check out our Patreon. We have the uncut version on there. It's going to be a fun time. And here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Love it.
Oh, it's an alien movie? Okay.
Oh my God, dude.
Hell yes, dude. Hell yes.
Oh my God, Augustine.
You guys.
What the bro? That's crazy.
I'm telling you, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about this movie.
This is going to be incredible.
I thought this was about the Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm.
Yeah. I thought this was about Ben Grimm, you guys.
It's clobbering time. Holy shit.
2 years before I was born, baby.
Oof.
Did they shoot this in Antarctica? No. Right?
They shot in British Columbia and in Juneau, Alaska.
Dude, how sick would this movie be in 3D?
It would be pretty cool.
So far, you guys, 10 out of 10 movie. 10 out of 10.
It's got vibes, bro.
Hey! No.
Didn't realize the Norwegians were so aggressive towards animals.
Yeah, don't shoot the dog. That's a husky. That's not a wolf.
Is this helicopter Norwegian?
Yeah.
Here's a place I'll never want to go to for any reason. Antarctica? No way.
I don't know, man. I'm down to play some ping pong. Hey, get your Werthers, boys.
Get your diabetes.
Look at this handsome man.
Look at that handsome man.
He looks just like Wyatt. It's crazy.
He does. It's crazy.
He's probably the age that Wyatt is right now.
Probably, honestly. Oh my god.
God damn.
Me with Premiere every day of my life.
God damn.
Trying to grenade the dog? Calm down, guy. Idiot.
This guy on the right, this is a young Keith David, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Amazing.
Hell yeah. Oh, the poopies. Oh, the
Gonna
poopies.
throw a grenade at those guys?
Aish.
Pendejo.
I dropped it. I dropped it. I dropped it. Too long.
You're gonna try to pick it up?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Dumbass. That's what you get for trying to kill a dog.
Aye.
Oh.
Shit.
Yo, that's crazy.
Don't.
Just break the window. You
need
could just go
that
to the door.
window
I don't know.
to stay warm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be in the thing too.
Damn, he just killed that guy.
Well, he was shooting up the camp, so.
I forgot how this movie started, and it's sad.
I always forget this actor's name, but I always recognize him as the uncle from My Girl.
First goddamn week of winter.
Richard Mazer, that's his name.
Get a hold of anybody. We gotta report this mess.
Look, I haven't been able to reach shit in 2 weeks. I doubt if anybody's talked to anybody on this entire continent.
What I love about Wilford Brimley in this movie is that he's used as the marker right now where people go, Paul Rudd is older than Wilford Brimley in The Thing.
Oh my god, that's funny. And crazy.
Loaded with kerosene. I count 15 cans.
God, nobody looks better with the long hair and the beard than Kurt Russell.
I know, man.
Which way, Doc? Southwest. I'm gonna have to read the map because I'm gonna be busy.
Also, helicopters, so dangerous. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to do a helicopter in my life, dude. I don't think I need to for anything. Wild Bill.
Ooh, look at that hat.
Stressful ass music.
If the dog is scared, I'm scared.
Oh. Very superstitious.
I'm trying to get some sleep. I was shot today.
We wanna, we'll do.
The song is also in
Foreshadowing?
iRobot. I like that movie, iRobot. I haven't seen it in years, but Alan Tudyk is so good in iRobot too as Sonny.
I hope this dog lived forever. Such a good actor.
I would like to know more about the dog actor. Like, whose dog was it? Okay, so an hour there.
2-hour trip plus whatever time they spend, you know.
There, right.
There.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's all oh no, it's on fire.
Best known helicopters rarely exceed 150 knots, which is around 170 miles an hour.
170 still.
That's still
170
fast,
miles
though.
away. Yeah,
That's
it's
far.
still fucking fast.
Hey, Sweden!
Not Swedish, Mac.
Norway. It's like when Americans call Czech people Russians and I get pissed.
Oh my god.
Don't like that.
I do love movies that when you watch them and stuff like this happens, you go, there was a whole nother movie that was happening before this movie. I would also like to see that movie.
Yeah.
What the f happened? Oof.
Mac!
The good news for you is, Hector, if you want to watch that, just go watch the 2011 movie.
Is that what it is? Is it supposed to, it's trying to be the opening?
Yep.
Interesting. I mean, I don't hate that idea. It's just a bummer that you didn't like it.
His blood. He cut his own wrist. He slit
And
his
his
own throat.
throat.
No way. And his blood froze
Look
on the
at
way
that.
out. That's crazy.
What are you doing, Doc? Could be important work. I want to take it back with us. Well, it's getting late. Let's hurry it up. I'll check out the last few rooms.
I don't like it. Oh. Is that an ice coffin?
Maybe they found a fossil. The remains of some animal buried in the ice and they chopped it out. But where is it?
Oof. Oh my God. There's so many frozen dead people out there.
Well, they're looking for 8 people.
Whatever it is, they burned it up in a hurry. Help me find a shovel, Doc.
Gnarly.
I like that
We
they
couldn't-
never
they don't
really
quite-
show
Yeah.
the whole thing. Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound like I'm serious, but I'm dead serious about how much I love this dog and its acting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude.
oh, mother.
Blair, I'd like you to start an autopsy right away.
Let's figure out what we're dealing with here, boys.
Yeah.
Like 5 fingers and a no. What would you be would you be like, is this a demon?
That's a good question. I don't know what I would think, truthfully. I feel like
I don't know.
I'd be so caught off guard that I wouldn't know what to even think of what that is.
You reach anybody yet?
Reach anybody? We're 1,000 miles from nowhere, man, and it's gonna get a hell of a lot worse before it gets any better.
Well, stick to it, Window. Stick to it.
Did this guy
What,
not
is he-
see
does
this
he not get to sleep? What's happening?
weird body? Oh no.
I love
Didn't
these
they see
practical
Ridley
effects.
Scott's movie? God, I love
Mm.
this practical shit. It's so good.
Yeah.
What we got here is what appears to be, anyway, a normal set of internal organs.
Normal as in what, Doc?
Seem to be normal.
That ain't
Does that
normal.
look normal to you?
That's not, how could you say that's normal? It's smoke a doob, listen to some jazz, bro. This guy knows what's up.
Clark, will you put this mutt with the others where he belongs?
Did he bite you or did he scare you?
You just
I
scared
think
him.
he got spooked, man.
Oh, don't lock him up.
There's other poopies.
Oh, there's other dogs. Okay. We didn't say there was other dogs.
Yeah, really good dog actor. Like how
Seriously, so
they got
good.
him to
Insane.
do this.
Look at these poopies. And then there's my dog wrestling his way out of the office with a cone on his head.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no.
You feel sorry for the dog now, Augustine? You still feel sorry for that dog, Augustine? Huh?
No, I feel sorry for all the other dogs. They're gonna die. No.
Save the
man, they're so
dogs.
scared.
God damn.
Go, get out of there, doggy. Oh, no. Oh, it's getting shot with acid.
Bro, first time I watched this movie, I'm going to be honest with you, I was like okay on it up to this point. I was like, that's a good movie. This is good. When that shit happened, I was like, yo, what the f is this?
The amount
man.
of poop that would have came out of me if I saw that.
Smart.
It's pretty smart.
What is this? What's going on? Hey, Palmer, what is it? I don't know. Wait, Giles. Mac wants the flamethrower.
Indoors?
Hell yeah.
Mac wants the bazooka. Go get the bazooka.
Jesus.
Oh, shit. Oh, that thing looks fucking rad, dude. Jesus.
Yikes. Yikes.
Wow. Oh, no. Oh, poor pup. Oh.
You have to, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Oh no.
Oh, okay, it's got arms.
This movie's a work of art.
Oh yeah. What is that? Oh, he said bye.
Get your ass over here!
Augustine, I know you don't like spiders. Sorry, bud. Jesus, dude. It never ends.
Man. So it's just like cloning itself. Hey, guy, it burned for 2 seconds, guys.
I still remember Augustine was like, I feel bad for the doggy.
Yeah,
and
me
we're
too.
like, nah, bro, just wait. You wait for about 2 minutes.
Strap on
Okay.
and strap in, you son of a bitch.
I feel bad for the other doggies. Now, okay?
Me too. Everybody does.
It was like
Everybody
6
does.
other doggies.
And then they're manhandling it. Guys.
Suck the meat. You gotta suck the meat out of that thing.
All right, I guess we got a KBBQ tonight. Let's go, boys.
I just don't know how they're so comfortable touching this thing. And it doesn't seem like there's any kind of a scientific process. Oh, this is awesome. These practical effects are incredible.
It's an organism that imitates other life forms, and it imitates them perfectly. When this thing attacked our dogs, it tried to digest them.
Love how they capitalized the teen thing in the subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
This, for instance. That's not dog. It's imitation. We got to it before it had time to finish.
But it was already dog.
Easy. Good.
A little poopies.
I was doing some blood tests, you guys.
Are you saying to me the dog wasn't put in the kennel until last night?
Right.
How long were you alone with that dog?
Hour and a half, maybe.
Dude, this actor's great because he's so like subtle and matter of fact.
How much more of this crap is there?
Well, 9 hours, I'd say.
We can't learn anything from this.
Guess not.
Hang on. What the hell else are y'all doing right now? You're in Antarctica. Watch the
seriously.
9 hours.
Seems like they were spending a lot of their time in a little place northeast of their camp, about 5 or 6 miles.
What's that?
What?
Looks like something buried under the ice.
Is that a spaceship from the intro?
Whatever it was bigger than that block of ice you found.
I think you might be onto something, Augustine.
Here. This is it. The place where they were spending most of their time.
Pretty nasty out, Mac. 35 knots.
Screw it, I'm gonna go up anyway.
The thing I like about the intro to this movie, the spaceship that we saw, is like we see the spaceship, and then the next shot is from the dog's perspective. I think like looking at the mountains as the helicopter's flying overhead, and then the helicopter's chasing the dog. So we don't know how long ago the spaceship crashed. Was that millions of years ago? Was that weeks ago?
Yeah.
And then we don't know how long the Norwegian event took place before the dog is running away. Right. No, they're playing with time a little bit. That's great.
Wow. Great map painting.
Something got out.
Yeah. Listen,
When they
man, the
blasted it
80s,
clear.
the late 70s, 80s were just like something special for all this science fiction fantasy stuff.
I'd say the ice it's buried in is 100,000 years old.
Yo. There you go, Hector.
So we saw the spaceship crash 100,000 years ago, and then cut to dog chasing.
I just cannot believe any of this voodoo bullshit.
I love this man's voice. Love this man's voice.
It gets thawed out, wakes up, probably not in the best of moods. I don't know what
One of you disrespectful men been tossing his dirty drawers in the kitchen trash can.
You buy any of this, Blair?
A little bit. A little bit.
It's like watching paint dry. Uh-oh. 75% probability that someone else got that helium.
Oh boy. I think it's a different one.
27,000 hours from first contact? Probably less hours than that, dude.
This guy gonna blow his brains out? Oh, he's gonna go kill somebody else.
Mac, removing those things out of the lab into the storeroom. Can you come get your stuff?
Be there in a minute, Doc.
The Cures and the J&B. He's had a rough day.
27,000 hours is roughly 36, almost 37 months.
We ought to just burn these things.
Can't burn the find of the century. That's going to win somebody the Nobel Prize.
Why don't y'all tell somebody?
Why not just bury it and freeze it again?
Yeah.
Get the out of here, dude. No way, dude.
No memes way.
No memes.
I love the shimmer.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Delicious,
Like the out of
tasty.
focus shimmer.
Guys, we got to go
so-
back to just shooting movies on film. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, yeah.
There's something wrong with Blair. He's locked himself in his room and he won't answer the door. So I took one of his notebooks from the lab. Yeah. It needs to be alone and in close proximity with the life form to be absorbed.
Blair said this? Is this the doctor?
Read between the lines, Mac. Dude, I could see his eyes opening super wide under those glasses.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Bennings.
Yikes.
Dude, didn't they make a video game about this too?
They did, yeah.
Bennings was right there, Mac. I swear to God it had a hold of him.
Jesus. Yeah, this guy is
It isn't
cooked.
Bennings.
Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, burn that guy.
That sucks, dude. That sucks.
Haunting scream.
Damn. Yeah.
So it's not just like copied him, it's like it took over his body, right?
Absorbs
like,
him, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Bennings. Okay.
That was one of those things out there, trying to imitate him, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
MacReady, I know Bennings. I've known him for 10 years. He's my friend.
We gotta burn the rest of them.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's the whole part of like the whole
This looks-
assimilation is that it like absorbs every bit of them in order to replicate and become them.
Yeah. This looks eerily close to what the Norwegians were doing before everything went to shit. Whoa.
Now you think back to the opening, you're like, God, if only those Norwegians killed that fucking dog, like everybody would have been saved. Man, I'm rooting for them to kill that
thing was not
fucking
a
dog.
The hell did he do?
Oh shit. Ugh.
Whoa. Oh, shit. Sabotage and gunfire?
Was that gunfire or was he hitting something with
Oh,
a
yeah.
hammer axe thingy?
He's got a gun. Nobody interferes, I'll kill him. So we leave it here.
Jesus.
Nobody touch the
Childs, go see if he got to the tractor.
Nobody gets in and out of here.
God damn.
I mean, he's freaked because he's like, if anyone gets out of here and they're infected
What's going on around here?
or whatever, you know, they are the
I mean,
thing.
I could kind of
The
see
world is
that. I could
cooked.
kind of see that, but
Would you sacrifice yourself knowing that doing so would prevent
You got most of the chopper of the
something
tractor.
getting
I
out?
think I'd have to, but I wouldn't want to.
I know.
Gary, wait a minute.
Oh, he killed the rest of the dogs.
Go around to the map room door. Talk to him.
You think that thing wanted to be an animal?
Mm.
That thing wanted to be us! Still gets out. Imitate everything on the faces.
He's not wrong, dude.
He's not.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You don't want to hurt anybody.
Jesus. Look at it.
He's just whipping that gun.
Oh my God.
I mean, that was a good technique. Yeah, there you go. give him a few in the chin. That'll knock him out.
Good shot, MacReady.
That dude just fell out of frame.
Yeah, that It was too much for his simple constitution.
3 punches were too
Man,
much.
Yeah.
I think Wilford Brimley, he killed the dogs.
Yeah, he killed the dogs.
Because he
Mark's
was
not
like, they were
happy about
alone
Couldn't
with
risk it.
they were
He couldn't
alone
risk
with
it,
the
yeah.
thing. Yeah. But they might have just been okay and untouched and killed him.
Oh, those little.
Why am I?
Protection,
Yeah, like he's
that
not
looks like
wrong.
they really injected him
Yeah, right.
for the movie. That looked like a real injection.
Trust's a tough thing to come by these days. Tell you what, why don't you just trust in the Lord?
Watch Clark.
Watch Clark.
I said watch Clark.
He knows something.
And watch him close. Do you hear me?
He was with the dog.
All we can do now is hole up till spring, wait for the rescue team.
No, we don't wait.
It's not a good move.
By spring, it could be all of us.
So how do we know who's human? If I was an imitation, a perfect imitation, how would you know if it was really me?
That's where it gets dangerous.
We could take a sample of each person's blood, could mix it with uncontaminated blood. I suppose if there's a reaction, we'd know who isn't human.
Yeah.
This is just where the game Among Us came from. Like, it's just the thing.
We need Blair's help. He's the only one who knows what this organism
He's
is
too far
capable of.
gone, Fuse. But get the rest of his notebooks and start going through them.
Yeah, having all that information sucks. You feel so responsible.
Gary!
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, come here!
Oh. Dude. Someone got to the blood. You think?
Somebody opened it, closed it, and then locked it.
Great. Well, who's got access to it?
I guess I'm the only one.
I got the only key.
Uh-oh.
Who else could have used that key?
Nobody. I just give it to Copper whenever he needs it.
Could anybody have gotten it from you, Doc?
I don't see how. As soon as I'm finished, I return it right away.
Oh boy.
I suppose somebody could have lifted it off me.
Oh, come on. That key ring of yours is always hooked to your belt. How did anybody get through it? Accusing everybody.
As soon as he points a finger, they're like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calm down, guy. Put those things away.
Bro, I might be running like this fool. Like, I'll take my chances in the snow. No, he's getting a gun? Yeah. Okay.
He's gonna kill everybody.
Ay.
You guys gonna listen to Gary? You gonna let him give the orders? I mean, he could be one of those things.
Put it down, Gary. You don't want to hurt anybody. Right.
Tense as.
I guess you'll all feel a little easier if somebody else was in charge. Norris, I can't see anybody objecting to you.
I'm sorry, fellas, but I'm not up for it.
Hey, at least he knows.
Hell, you will.
Whoa.
That's true. You're gonna burn the blood bags too?
Norris, you and Childs, shoot him up with morphine. Tie him down in the rec room and watch him. Fuchs, you start working on a new tech.
I need Doc's help.
Yeah, you don't want to drug me. Mac, I'm not a prisoner.
I mean, it all makes sense. Like all the stuff he's doing.
Yep.
Here, let me do it. You're going to break the needle in my...
No, Doc. He's doing a real fine job.
Good. I think that was real.
Yeah, the way it lifts the skin, like it's gotta be real, right?
You come up with anything yet?
One or two ideas.
He's so jumpy.
If a small particle of this thing is enough to take over an entire organism, then everyone should prepare their own meals. And I suggest we only eat out of cans.
Yeah, get your spit out of my beans, bro.
No cross-contamination.
Mm-hmm. These guys are just fighting a really bad case of the COVID.
Right. MacReady, I think we should do something radical. I think we should mask up.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
They said, are you crazy?
Sorry.
Madre.
I would love to see this in a theater someday, but like, it might be too much. But I think that the dream would be to go to the theater to see this with somebody who's never seen it and sit next to them.
Yeah.
MacReady.
Somebody blew out a fuse in the lab. All right. We got to find him. Knowles, why don't you come with me and we'll look outside. Palmer, you and Windows check the inside.
I ain't going with Windows.
I'm going with Windows.
I'll go with Child.
Hey, Palmer.
I'm going with you.
Who says I want you going with me?
All right, cut the bullshit.
That's right.
Norris, you stay here. Any of them move, you fry them. We all meet back here in 20 minutes regardless.
That sucks.
This is why I'm not a scientist, and this is why I don't go to Antarctica.
Blair, have you seen Fuchs?
I don't want to stay out here anymore. I want to come back inside.
Jeez.
I'm not going to harm anybody, and there's nothing wrong with me. And if there was, I'm all better now. I'd like to come back inside. Now, you got my promise.
I don't believe it.
I want to come back inside, don't you understand it? I'm all right. I'm much better, and I won't harm anybody. You got to let me come back inside.
That's vicious, dude. Meanwhile, he tied himself a noose over there, and he's just eating his beans next to it.
He did. He did. You're right.
He tied himself a noose and ate some beans.
I mean, he's anticipating the worst case scenario, which is fair.
Or it could be... He could be tricking. He could be tricking y'all. The alien
Yeah.
knows how to draw sympathy.
Flair! Maybe he tried to burn it. Maybe he burned himself before it could get to him.
Damn.
You go inside. Tell the others we found Fuchs.
Where are we going?
Up to my shack.
What the hell for?
Because when I left yesterday, I turned the lights off.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's an alien in there. There's an alien in there.
Yeah.
This dude's like, nope, I'm good. Thank you, bye.
They've been out there 40, 45 minutes. We better start closing off the outside doors.
Bro, I would be sleeping with that flamethrower on. Are you kidding me? Do not take it off. What are you taking it off for?
You sleep with that thing on you, Hector.
I'd be pissing with that thing, dude. I'd be like, this is now my second dick. This is on me at all times.
Wasn't there something they said in Full Metal Jacket? This is my weapon, or like there was like this thing that they did with their rifle.
Oh no. Somebody's got a case of the die.
Yeah, he's got a case of the aliens.
Where's MacReady?
I cut him loose on the line up by his shack. We were up checking around his place. I found this. Look.
Oh shit.
Hey, Palmer, I told you to shut the fuck up. Don't when the lights went out. That's what it was. The players against each other.
Hey.
Let's open it. Hell no. You think he's changed into one of those things? Why are you so damn anxious to let him in here? Because they're so close.
I want to go around and find out, okay?
Childs, what if we're wrong about him? Why then we're wrong?
Yeah. And then a human dies.
We got no choice now. You're a dead man, MacReady.
Jesus, dude.
Anyone messes with me and the whole camp goes.
Attaboy.
Put those torches on the floor and back off.
Yeah. That flame's a little too close to all that dynamite, my guy.
You asshole.
You'd have done the same thing.
Don't argue with him. Where's the rest?
Oh shit.
Oh, a little sneakity sneak attack, huh?
Yeah, man. Just relax. Anybody touches me, and we go.
Go look at him.
Oh no.
Not breathing.
One time, Doc.
You got the alien gurgles.
Get him in here, and bring the others. Now nobody gets out of my sight.
No shit, dude. Oh my god, bro.
I like that CPR technique. Give him one of these on the chest. Wham!
Windows, wheel that defibrillator over here.
You're gonna have to sleep sometime, MacReady.
I'm a real light sleeper, Childs.
Clear.
Clear.
Oh, yeah.
It's a masterpiece. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my god. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible.
Oh, hell yeah. Rob Bottin just cooked to this whole movie.
Oh my god. This is so good.
Oh, I hate it. It's so disgusting.
Oh my god, that looks so good. Do you think when they made these effects too, they're like, yeah, this is exactly what I want?
Oh, I'm sure.
Kill that thing.
Wow, that looks incredible.
Yeah, also shout out to like not just all the goopy guts and stuff, but like the likenesses of these actors looks pretty great. So it really looks like that actor's head on the ground crawling around.
Oh my god.
God.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh my god. So like every piece that comes off of that thing can just replicate into something. That's incredible. It's upside down. Oh my god. The puppetry work is incredible. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just gonna scurry on out of here.
Oof. God damn, dude.
Listen, this whole facility better be made out of metal.
Right.
Oh my god.
Duder came in and did say like we're on fire. What
do you got in mind, MacReady?
A little test. And Windows, you and Palmer, tie everybody down real tight.
What for?
For your health.
Come on, let's rush him. He's not gonna blow us all up.
Are you sure about that?
Don't test me. Don't test me.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's do what Max says.
Oh boy.
He wasted Norris pretty quick, didn't he?
That's close enough, Clark.
He ain't tying me up.
Then I'll have to kill you, child.
Then kill me.
Damn, dude.
I mean it.
But also, could MacReady have been
I guess you do.
assimilated? I don't know.
Whoa. He popped them.
Damn.
Damn.
But was he human or we don't know?
This is bullshit,
I
Mac.
don't know.
Finish it,
We're about to
Palmer.
find out.
Dead, Mac.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna draw a little bit of everybody's blood. 'Cause we're gonna find out who's the thing. Watching Norris in there gave me the idea that maybe every part of him was a whole.
There you go.
You see, when a man bleeds,
It's just blood.
it's just
It's
tissue.
just tissue. It's just blood.
The blood from one of you things won't obey when it's attacked. It'll try and survive, crawl away from a hot needle, say.
Oh, I think whatever I saw this movie on talked about this sequence. And how they did the VFX for this.
Yeah, man. The Blu-ray, first of all, is a must own. Second of all, there's some pretty good stuff in there. But over the years, there's been tons of stuff.
God damn.
That's a enormous cut.
Yeah, why are you making such a huge gash?
Yeah, I love this
tension.
scene.
No music, just slight wind sounds.
And then this guy looks like he's getting mad.
Okay, Windows is safe. Windows is safe from the update. Windows 95 is okay.
Yeah.
Put that on and watch them.
Yeah, he's fine.
Let's try the Doc and Clark.
Oh, they got blood from them too?
Yeah. Was Clark actually infected?
Clark was the one that Kurt Russell just shot in the head. The dog
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Clark.
Doc was good.
Oh man.
And Clark was human, huh?
Well, he was defending himself, but okay.
I mean, yeah.
This is pure nonsense. Doesn't prove a thing.
I thought you'd feel that way, Gary. You were the only one that could have got to that blood. We'll do you last.
Ah, fuck.
Shit. It's about to turn. Oh no. Wow.
Jesus.
This is so. Oh,
Yo.
wow. That's terrifying. Oh my God. Brother. This is when you.
Windows.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right. Okay. Well, he's not getting another update.
This is just like
just got upgrade to 11. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Between Windows and Mac survived and Windows got taken out, dude.
Jesus. Ugh. These fire stunts never get old. Look at this.
Yeah.
Like, how long was he on fire? And just to...
Oh, yeah,
just
dude.
to put the nail in the coffin.
Hell yeah.
Grenade him, baby.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, back to blood tests.
Shit.
That sucks, dude.
Oh, this
he's
guy's
gotta
another
cook
one,
him too. Damn.
They're still doing the test.
Yep.
Sick. Let's untie him. We need another body in case it gets crazy.
Yeah.
Oof. Cool, man. Untie him.
Cut me loose.
Yep.
Cut me the hell. Come on, get me out of here. Come on, get me out of here. Cut me loose, damn it.
Yeah. Okay, old man, here we go. Oh.
I know you gentlemen have been through a lot, and when you find the time, I'd rather not spend the rest of this winter tied to this couch.
Oh, dang, dude, I really was not. I was not trustworthy of him.
Well, it's, you know, the blood bags. It's like, who got in there, you know?
Yeah.
Childs, we're going out to give Blair the test. If he tries to make it back here and we're not.
Oh, yeah,
with him.
Blair's still out there. Wilford Brimley.
The dude who was in the tool shed.
The shack, yeah.
Yep.
Eating his beans with a noose hanging right next to him.
Oh, shit, he got out.
The door's open.
Yeah.
How'd he get out? The door was bolted from the outside.
Homeboy's an alien.
Yeah, Thing must have got to him.
Son of a bitch.
Did the thing bore up from the ground?
Tore up from the floor up? Perhaps.
Blair? Hey, Blair! You down there? We got something for you.
Yeah. That's a good way to scream at him.
Whoa.
Another
I
alien
forgot.
ship? Wow.
What is it? It's a ship of some kind. He stole the parts from the helicopter.
Smart, SOB. Put it together piece by piece.
Just pictured like a fucking Wilford Brimley just running down that hallway. That's so scary, dude. Just a super athletic Wilford Brimley, like terrifying, dude. Damn, that looked like a skull.
I think I saw Childs outside the main entrance of the camp. What's he doing outside?
Nope. Hell no.
Oh. Did he just kill the lights? Oh, shit.
He wants to freeze now. He's got no way out of here. Just wants to go to sleep in the cold until the rescue team finds it. Whether we make it or not, we can't let the thing freeze again. Maybe we'll just warm things up a little around here.
Orale.
We're not getting out of here alive, but neither's that thing.
Dude. Okay. Get the
Just
hell
throw
out of there.
all the dynamite down there.
Jesus.
Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yep.
Yep. That's one way to do it, I guess.
Oh, I see.
Lots of warmth, lots of light. God damn.
We should have had.
He just casually tosses a thing of dynamite.
I was going to say, we should have had Augustine, other than Kurt Russell, try and pick a guy to see if they, like at one point they get taken out or if they make it or what. Like taking bets.
Yeah. We're going back.
Oh, he's just in there. Or no, they're going to blow the generator. And I have to imagine when it assimilates, it also gets your intelligence because it knows how to speak English. It probably has your memories.
Memories,
God
everything.
Damn.
Yeah. It's just like the eyeball thingy in Alien Earth. Also, I can't believe I missed the opportunity to call that thing Irene.
Come on, Irene.
Generator's gone.
Any way we can fix it?
It's gone, MacReady.
It's not there.
Wilford Brimley picked it up and ran out of here.
We gotta bring this whole place right down into the ice. Gary, Blanchard's in the old storage room. Nall's down by the generator.
I'd be terrified to go anywhere without eyes in the back of my head.
For real, for real.
Like I would just try to walk forward in circles. No thanks, bro.
Can you imagine The Thing versus Predator? The Thing would win.
Yeah.
Predators would have no shot. Oh my God.
Oh, fingers inside of him.
Under the skin.
Oh, that's crazy.
Here, have a Werther's.
Deadpool and Wolverine copied that with the Cassandra Nova sort of head into the face, into the. Oh,
look at that!
God.
Look at that!
Oh, that's so dope.
Oh shit! Did he see it? He saw
said,
it.
Have
He
a
saw
butterscotch. I don't think so.
Stick right next to Kurt Russell and Keith David. Don't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
How's it coming in there? I said, how's it?
Yeah.
Brother, you might just want to smash that down and run.
Oh my God.
I gotta go.
Holy shit, man.
So that thing's been getting around.
So is this a separate entity than what the other guy is? Oh, yeah.
This is a big
it's completely different. Yeah. Wow.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Wow.
The dogs.
Oh, wow. I really wish I would have seen this as a kid now.
Yeah. Is that the Wilford Brimley entity?
Yeah.
No, it
think
is?
so.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yup.
Wow.
That boy lit him up like the 4th of July.
Okay, but who's gonna rescue you, my guy? Also, how are you gonna stay warm?
Remember what Kurt Russell said? He said, "We're not getting rescued, or we're not coming back from this, or something."
Yep.
Oh,
nobody's leaving here alive.
You the only one who made it?
Not the only one.
Did you kill it?
Where were you, Charles? Why don't we just wait here for a little while? See what happens.
Great.
Do they make
Great
it?
ending.
That's it.
Do they
Oh my
make it?
God. We don't know.
They don't. We don't
man.
know. So that is one of the
We'll never
most
know.
debated topics about this movie is, were one of them the Thing? Were they
Right.
both the Thing? And there's like, people have dissected every moment of this movie, you know, like, for example, Childs, when he's talking, he doesn't have any like cold breath coming out. When MacReady's talking, he does, you know, but, and the thing that I love and I appreciate so much is John Carpenter has been asked endlessly, maybe not recent years, but for years and years and years, he was asked, was one of them infected? Was one of them the creature? Or were they both human? And he goes, it's up to the audience to decide. And I'm like, that's cool, man. I like that.
Yes. So there's no official like word from him, is what you're saying. And with fans dissecting everything, is that where they have most recently landed on? Is like, oh, Keith David doesn't have breath coming out for whatever
it's just
reason. in
one
that
of the
shot.
many things that they talk about too.
Because I thought, and I'm glad you brought it up. I thought that like there was a definitive, somebody figured it out and had a reason why, and they went and like met John Carpenter, maybe at like an event or a signing or a concert or something, and like ran it by him, and he was like, you're actually right. Like he had like confirmed
I think
it.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
Right. But I don't know if that thing, based on the story, Who Goes There? What a great title. Who Goes There?
Yeah.
Aliens. So I'm curious as to see what that was, or if that was revealed or spilled, or if the person was like, and here was my theory, and this is what John Carpenter said, you know, or if they also are like in on the secret and in on the keeping it
Here's
up to us.
Here's a question for you guys.
Yeah.
How would you feel if a movie, any major blockbuster movie franchise, ended like this? They were like, we're not going to make a second one.
Oh, well,
we're not
example.
We're not.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. And
Inception's a huge blockbuster movie, and to this day, people still ask Christopher Nolan, did Dom ever make it out of that dream? Was that real?
Right.
You know, does the totem stop spinning? And he's like, for the audience to decide.
I think
you to check out.
I think it depends on what the movie is. When it is a movie like this, frankly, it's not a franchise to me. It's not something where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see MacReady in another adventure. Right. It's not an Indiana Jones. It's not a world building like a Star Wars or even like Predator or Alien, where Predator turned into an anthology basically with the second one with Danny Glover, where they're like, okay, new Predator, new story, but it's the same concept.
Right.
I think that this works best as a one-off, like horrifying science fiction story, like a Twilight Zone episode of you can't trust your neighbor. We all were feeling the metaphor. We're all feeling the listen, man, when Keith David was like, I'm not getting tied up.
Yeah.
And Kurt Russell's like, I'll kill you. And he was like, then you'll kill me. I felt like, was that because Keith David is black? Like Child is a black guy. And he's like, I'm not going to let this, all white dudes in that Antarctic base, except for those two black dudes. I'm like, I wonder if that's the thing about great genre, otherworldly stuff, is that you can slip that shit in there. You can do little moments of that. That's what Night of the Living Dead is. That's what the zombie genre was born from. But anyway, I see something like this and I feel like it's closer to, have you guys seen The Mist? Frank Darabont's The Mist. Augustine, have you seen
love that movie.
Bro, and that ending, I normally don't like an ending like that. But that ending for that movie, I'm like, perfect. I don't ever want to see a follow-up. I don't ever, like, God, such a good gut punch ending. And this to me is kind of similar, where it's like, you'll never know what happened and which is the truth, and that's it. Great. That's, because it's supposed to, you're supposed to be sitting there in the theater going, wow, dude, what the hell? Like, God, I hope they made it. I hope they're both human, and I hope they made it, totally different than another type or genre of film. But I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. It's like, it's also because this is such a great movie. If a great movie is like, I don't know, a superhero movie, but it's great, but it has an ending that you go, whoa, they'll never do a sequel, but it was such a great ending. Who cares? Then, I'll probably be more forgiving.
I think we need more movies that have this type of an ending, because I feel like a lot of movies are really just kind of spoon feeding the audience these days, where it's just like, okay, here and then this and then that, and you need to conclude like a little bow to tie on something. And maybe there are movies that do that, but just not in like American cinema. I have a feeling they might be like international or, overseas type pictures that are a little bit more brave to step outside of the box of like the traditional type stories that we tell and the type of endings that we like to see our movies have. I want to see a lot more stuff like this. That's just like, hey guys, fucking draw your own conclusions. We're here about to see some crazy shit. And then you tell us what you think it is. Because we're not going to end it for you in a way that you might, like or whatever.
Totally.
I agree, but I want to, like, I'm 100% in agreement with you, but I want to point out, like, even this movie was not free of kind of what we're talking about, where, like, the real restraint is in they never did a sequel, they never did a follow-up, but technically they did. Adam told us about the 11 movie? So even this film, as amazing as it is, and it's perfect, somebody at Universal was like, well, then now let's do a prequel. Let's do a follow-up. Let's do something that fits in the world of the thing. Because it's too tempting not to. And that's where we are in filmmaking right now, for better or for worse. Look, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and we can talk about it because Tron just came out and did whatever it did and failed or succeeded, and however you want to think about it. But I will never be 1000% opposed to a follow-up to a sequel to something if the idea is good. Because if I was, I would have never seen Creed, and I would have never loved. You see what I'm saying? Like any good sequel can be as good as Creed if you have the right creative team or director or writer or both to approach the studio, to approach, like, there could still be a Back to the Future 4 made someday that could be the best Back to the Future movie. It not likely is going to happen because it's probably not going to have Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. I get that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to cut myself off from that. Hell, maybe I'll really like the 2011 movie. I doubt it, but like, I'll give it a shot because every once in a while you get Creed, or every once in a while for me, you get Tron Legacy, which was a years later sequel. And I really love that movie. But that's where we're at. And most studios will not use that restraint, and they will try to do something, and they will try to do a follow-up. And, but you're right, Augustine, we need more movies like this that are just so self-contained and just focused on telling an amazing story. And even this was a remake, dude. Even this was John Carpenter going, well, the movie I grew up on, or the movie I saw years ago I loved, but here's my take on it. And it's an all-time classic. It is untouchable, dude. So you just need the right creative team to come along, and but more often than not, it is going to be through greed and through these companies that own all these amazing movies going, what if there was a way we could make money off of this and bring this back or whatever. So but I mean, it's a part of a larger conversation. I would love to talk about legacy sequels too. That's a separate thing with, like, dude, I would never do a sequel to this movie. If it were up to me, I would never, ever. I get put in charge at Universal. Hey, this person came up. They've got a really great pitch. Hey, listen, if they're a great writer director and they want to do The Thing Part 2, let's make them do another movie. But we'll hire them to write and direct something else. Goddamn, because this should be. I never want to know Kurt Russell's fate. I never want to know Keith David's fate. It's done. Close the book. Close it.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Ryan Coogler. When people ask him, like, "Oh, Sinners, will we get more of that story? Will we see a sequel?" And I'm like, no, you told the best story you could have told in that one movie, and to just sit there and constantly mine it over and over and over and over. I mean, that's how you just kind of get to sequel exhaustion a lot of the time, and it's like, great, you said something so strong in that first movie. If you can't top it, why bother making a sequel? Because there's just no point. And The Thing is one of those. I mean, and Carpenter is not a guy who ever really cared for sequels necessarily. Halloween, he was contractually obligated and forced into writing one. He was supposed to direct it, but he was like, I don't want to. So they got someone else. So I like when directors don't necessarily think that way, and I feel like nowadays, not that all directors think this way, but a lot of them will be like, well, if we've set it up, so if the movie's successful, we can do another one. It's like I kind of miss the approach of like, we're just making one, and maybe if the studio cares to do a sequel, but we feel like there's an idea, we'll think about it, but we're not making this with the intention of making more.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The only thing I was going to say about this movie, this is another case of a movie that didn't necessarily perform the best at the box office either. So,
okay.
it's not something that I think Universal was like clawing at, like, please, for the love of God, give us more of it. I doubt they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think it was one of the highest grossing films of 1982, but I feel like Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan made way more money, and all these other movies made more money. So yeah.
Clearly Hollywood was in a different place when these types of movies were coming out, when sequels were not the norm, right? Sequels, you actually had to fight for a fucking sequel. You had to
look at how George Lucas made The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, exactly. Like you really, really had to fight for a sequel, where nowadays, like you said, Adam, I don't know if it's built into like when people sell a script or write a script or whatever, where you have to develop potentially an entire cinematic universe around your story. I feel like you just get better stories when you focus on the one story. Like clearly, obviously, you can get something amazing, and I don't want to downplay episodic, movies and TV shows and stuff like that, because clearly something like Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? That came in and it was just like, we're building this whole world around it with a whole history of avatars. And that was really cool to come in with a whole expanded universe. But it's just as good when you can have an idea like this and you're just like, I just want to tell a really fucking rad, scary, gory story. And we'll leave it at that. Well, we will leave it absolutely at that, which I wish they would have done with like the Predator franchise or maybe the Alien franchise or something, right? But given how it's going through like a nice little resurgence right now, maybe not, because maybe we had to go through those bad movies in order to get to this point where somebody like Dan is like, no, listen to me. I know the secret sauce. Let me make this. And
I know you're
so there's pros and cons to each side of it.
Prey's my favorite. Right. Exactly. We have to go through some not great Predator movies to get to a creative team that, it's tough. It's like, as you're bringing this stuff up too, I also think about like Planet of the Apes. The original is such a classic. It is a perfect thing on its own. And then the sequels, even the one with Charlton Heston right afterwards, or the four they did after that, not as good as the first, but at all, by a long shot. And yet, eventually with this reboot with Andy Serkis, I'm like, yeah, those led to maybe my favorite, it's some of them are such strong first entries, like the first Alien, Ridley Scott. And that world is so tantalizing that you go, God, they could have left it alone. But then James Cameron came in and did enough different and world building. You're like, this is very interesting. This world is very interesting.
Yeah.
Blade Runner is another one. People don't like Blade Runner 2049. I really like Blade Runner 2049. It's just like, I don't know, to each their own, obviously, but I think it depends on which one we're talking about, where I'm like, oh, I like the world in that, or no, leave it alone. Or I like the characters in this. Let's do it. Or no, leave it alone.
Yeah, I mean, if Denis Villeneuve came in and was like, I have a really strong take for a Thing sequel, okay, I'm not going to be like, no.
Hey, hear you out. Let me hear you out.
He's going to be like, no.
Okay.
We're done. We're done.
Damn.
I mean, the closest they got was Frank Darabont was working on a mini series that was going to be a sequel that picks up in present day, but I guess Universal didn't like the scripts, so they shelved it.
Sure.
And I'm glad. It's like, look, if you don't have the sauce to make something that's going to exceed the expectations of like what that first movie does. And also, again, it's kind of like the Tron situation. Tron was not a big hit when it came out. Tron Legacy, also not a big. So when people are like, Tron Ares is a failure, I was like, it's kind of on par with what the other two Tron movies did.
Right.
I don't know what anybody, I don't know why people were expecting $100 million or $200 million like hit.
Sure.
There's no history of doing such numbers.
This all makes me appreciate Alien Earth, the TV show. I really enjoyed watching that with you guys because I feel like they did enough of playing the hits, but they did enough of new shit, interesting new ideas to not diminish anything that came before. But like
just Irene herself, Irene herself was such a good addition to the franchise. It's crazy.
So I'm like, if Frank Darabont, who did The Mist, by the way, if he was doing John Carpenter's The Thing, the TV show that takes place after in its present day, I'm like, what are we back in Antarctica? What do we find another one of these things frozen in the ice? Are we? I don't want to learn more about the alien. I don't. I want to learn more about the predators. I want to learn more about the xenomorphs. I don't want to learn anything more about this shape-shifting germ thing that can like. So I'm like, God, what would that have been at a TV budget? 8 episodes, 13 episodes. Like, I'm like, no, this is perfect. This is an hour and 48 minutes long. Perfect. I don't want to see, God, just whatever. Maybe a show could have been great, but I'm picturing, I'm like,
I feel like there could have been like
a
good, I feel like there could have been a good, really small contained story. I feel like where people kind of mess up sequels is where they feel like they have to make it bigger. Where like it starts infecting more people and like, oh, now it's loose in a city and like 1,000 people got swapped over. Where I feel like you could still make a very small contained, like still make it in Antarctica, have it go towards another base, maybe a little bit of a bigger base, but have the alien move or the thing move like a little bit more slowly and methodically through that. Through that next base that it's trying to get to, so where you can make it like an 8-episode miniseries, and then also just keep it practical effects, like you make it in 2025, but make it practical effects. I feel like with all sequels, there is a universe where the sequel is always a banger, where the sequel is like, somebody gets it, and somebody made that movie so dope. But it rarely happens to where it's better than the first one. But it could happen.
And even Dan has talked about it with Predator Badlands. It's like sometimes people get too wrapped up in lore building in a sequel, and the last thing I would want in a Thing sequel is like, let's get into the alien species. I'm like, that's a lot. I don't give a shit about any of that. I want to see alien be alien and assimilate and just be terrifying and disgusting. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
So doing a sequel that's like on a bigger base, like you could do so much with that.
Really, the scariest thing here was the different forms of assimilation that it was doing.
Yeah.
So imagine being on a different base with like different animals or different people, and then seeing those crazy transformations. That's really kind of the bread and butter of what I want to see from a Thing franchise, if they ever made a franchise. Just crazy, weird, gory, fucking mutated blobs of alien goo. That's really what
Augustine, what was your favorite part? What was your favorite part of this movie? What was it?
Where the dude's neck stretched,
dude,
and like
his
head turned into the spider. Dude, that was
your
so
camera
good.
got
That
so
was
excited
good.
it froze.
I'm frozen.
Good freeze
Look where
frame.
it froze.
He's assimilating.
Oh shit!
I'm just gonna keep. I'm assimilating.
Hey, cut it off. Adam, cut it off. Don't let him fix it. Don't let him fix it. That's the end of our. Oh no, he's turned into Donald Duck. Oh no, kill him, burn him.
I'm still alive, you guys. I'm still alive.
But are you real? We're gonna need to do a blood sample. I don't know, man.
Nope. Don't take my blood.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, it's
movie.
it's I will say I think it is in my top 10 just overall like favorite movies of all time, and it is one that like I think because I sometimes worry that I'll get too caught up in trying to dissect every scene and try to track every moment.
Yeah,
who is the Thing? Is MacReady is Childs the Thing? I don't watch it that often, not as much as I've seen like Halloween. I maybe watch it like once or twice a year, which to some people that's like already excessive.
And you don't watch it that closely. You're not trying to solve it while you're watching it.
I'm just there to experience it.
Same. I don't want to solve it. I don't. You're right. I was
It's
thinking
more
about
fun
it
when you don't solve it.
Yeah, I appreciate the movies that lean into being ambiguous enough. It's like sometimes movies are too ambiguous and you're like, well, this doesn't tell me anything. But a movie like this is just the right amount where, you don't see characters for certain scenes. You question where they go, but then some of the things they say, you're like, oh, that could potentially line up. You don't question it too much. And it makes enough sense that you don't have to like, you're not going to find plot holes or anything like that, which it's a whole, like, it's fine. So I think that's why the movie works so well. And this is one of those movies that I love introducing to people. Like when my girlfriend said she had never seen it, I was like,
Strap in,
was like,
baby.
It was amazing.
Like, this relationship about to be over. She's about to break up with me. This is no, dude. I had a blast looking at Augustine during the dog scene, because the dog scene is the first real coming out party for The Thing.
Yeah.
And it's so fucked up. I'm gonna have fun going back and watching this on YouTube.
I think my favorite thing was the moment the movie started. He's like, "Oh, it's an alien movie."
Yeah, brother. What did you say? Strap in and strap on. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Oh man, and that's
so
really fun. The
funny.
opening where he's like, "No, don't kill the dog," and I'm like, "Kill that fucking dog! Kill that dog! That ain't a dog!
Kill it!
I wish I spoke Norwegian. I wish I spoke Norwegian so I could understand what that guy was saying.
Yeah.
He was probably laying out the entire plot. And then when this movie was released in Norway, people were like, "What is this? They gave it away. It's the whole thing." It's like not a Norwegian accent, but you know.
I guess I'll walk out of the movie now.
Oh, he just said it's an alien and they need to kill it. Augustine, you should show this to your wife. You should absolutely show it to her.
Oh, she'll never ever.
You should film her secretly so she doesn't know and force her to watch it. Would be so funny, dude.
Yeah, it would, but you will never ever see that, because she will never ever watch this.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys liked it enough, I'd be down to watch the prequel sequel from 2011 and watch The Thing from another world.
Yeah,
listen, we're only halfway through October right now. There's plenty of spooky time.
Hector's gonna be gone for the next like 2 weeks. What are you talking about?
Okay, well then, me and you, Adam, we're gonna watch some spooky.
There you go.
We're gonna be spooky boys. Watch some spooky movies.
Do it.
Yeah,
Listen, I got plenty of stuff on these shelves for us to watch.
There you go.
But it was very good. But if you guys watch along with us and you've never seen this movie before, what did you think? Were you surprised by any of it? Let me know, or let us know in the comments below. And also, if you've watched this so many times, what do you think? Is MacReady or Childs, are they the thing? One of them, both of them, none of them? Let us know in the comments below some of your theories.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Is it Augustine?
Is
It might
Augustine
be.
the thing?
It might be. Check out everything else we're watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Heroes Reforged is gonna react. Heroes Reforged is gonna review. Heroes Reforged is gonna discuss. That's why we are watching